All right, so I am live. I was supposed to have a lighthearted live about an hour earlier with my perfume cuz um, opinionated sense, but in light of everything that has happened today, we decided to reschedule it for next week because really, I am not in the headspace to just discuss perfume and hang out and stuff. Um, so yeah, but I was, today in America has been like the icing on the cake of a year of a from 2020, and now we're going to 2021 with this madness. Hi, Bryn, how are you? Hi, Lavinia, hello. And so Latasha, your stuff is about to be on its way. It's all packed up. I was on my way to the post office when I heard everything was going down, and I got all caught up. Um, yeah. So today has been, but what I will say, it is a exercise in white privilege. And the reason why I say that is because only they could think that this made sense. But the interesting thing is that it's such an ending to such a horrible presidency. Um, so you know what I'm saying? Hi, Juliana. Uh, yeah, yes, it's packed up. It's about to be on its way. Um, so yeah, I don't know. Okay, so I have so many thoughts, and my head is spinning because this is like, of course, we are in unprecedented times. I mean, we already have been involved. We already have, what's happened, the pandemic in the world, and then we have this insanity in our country. Now, don't mind you, 2020, we already had insanities. I live in Chicago. I've lived through riots. We've had yeah, and this right here. Um right. The ones who are still trying to hold on, but that's political. Let me say that those are the weak political ones. So let's discuss a few things while we sit here. So let's just go on with the fact that the sitting president, we're not even going to talk about his name or whatever. The sitting president is insane. He has incited a riot and incited treason, because what they did was treasonous. Things that they did was treasonous. I don't understand what. So the interesting thing will be in the weeks to come to see how many are arrested and watch how they cry about what's about to happen to them, because they have been very vocal. They have been very honest about their names. They have been, doing videos, doing, reporting, everything. Well, some of the things they've done is treasonous because they were inciting violence. So there's sedition, but there's treason too. So they can get them on some of the stuff that they did. The ones that were in the Capitol who came in with guns, that is treason because that's an act of violence. That is considered an act of violence. Now, if they didn't have that's sedition. Right? Hi, Lucinda. Yes. And then the rest of the world. I mean, we've already looked crazy to the rest of the world. So what will happen? Because see, here's the thing about this, is that they might not be getting arrested right now, but I can bet money that they're going to, all of a sudden there's going to quietly be arrest, because it would have been too much, and they would have done the martyr routine now. So hey, D'Angelo, hi, hello, Glam Mom, hello, Falcons fan, never seen you before, welcome. Hi, Lucinda, thank you. So we have lived 4 years of looking like under the leadership of a madman. Hi Kelly, hi Drea. That we have been under the leadership of a madman, and this it just puts it all, lets us see how mad he really is, how crazy he really is. Now, yes, and there's that part of it, because it's amazing. Now, let me say, from a white privilege standpoint, now don't get me wrong, there's certain things like, yes, during the riots there wasn't a lot of there was looting and things like that. So we've had some really major things going on. Let's just be honest. 2020 and going into 2021 has been major, right? But no matter what, like for instance, let's just be honest, those things with the rioting and the looting, they weren't incited by our president. They weren't incited by anybody, any political person. This was some stuff that just happened. You know what I'm saying? Yes, there were people who started it, who were incited it like that. But the stuff that's happened today was incited by the sitting president. I worked hard on this title too, by the way, and what it says, and what you see is, when I've been seeing the videos and the people talking and reading on it, is the privilege involved in what they're doing. Because let me say this: the rioters and the looters, they knew they was wrong. Let's just talk about that for a second. Hi Kia, hey Bella. There's a difference, because the rioters and the looters, early in 2020, see, they knew they was doing some shit wrong. They were very aware that we is wrong for what we doing, but we doing it anyway, right? But these people in particular have been emboldened to feel like what they're doing is right and just and justified. Because why? Because the person they wanted to be president didn't win. If this isn't the epitome of a sore loser, I don't know what is. I don't know what is. I mean, this takes sore loser to new heights. Yeah, this right. And when I was in a meeting, I was like, what are y'all talking about? And hey Tammy. So it's like, and so here's the thing, and I was reading, and these are the things that him and his family has been saying. Trump Jr., his other son, Eric, or whatever his name is, they have been putting out that if the Republicans that don't object, they're going to help to defeat them in their next elections. So you have some people who are honestly probably scared of these crazy people. Oh, thank you. So I think some of the people who are standing firm with him are the ones who are afraid of him or think that he can really do this. But let's just talk about what has the interesting thing will be what will happen. See, I wasn't watching. Oh, I was. Right. And see, here's the thing. Bringing in the Confederate flag into the Capitol and sitting in their chairs is considered an act of treason. That is considered treasonous things. So all those things, and then here's the thing, and that's what really makes you see exactly who these people are, because they're bringing out the Confederate flag, right? As a point. Hey Ash, as a point of righteousness. So it says so much about A, the people who are involved, and B, the sitting president. And so what he's doing, he's trying to bully the Senate and the Republican Party to push for him, saying, but when Mitch, the bitch, comes out and says, stop this. It's gotten, when Mitch McConnell finally said, shut your ass up. right? Right. Then, but see, here's the thing. Well, I'm thinking like this, and this is the way I know. Oh, he definitely put them. You right. Now, the one good thing is that, as we've all said, the one thing about Trump is he's given them so much courage that all those people that were lurking in the shadows are now out, and we can see them and know who they are for who they are, and don't forget who they are. See, here's the thing. Don't forget who they are. You know what I'm saying? Now that I'm reading up, White House staff are about to resign. Let me tell you something. We will see what happens in these next 24 to 48 hours. We will see how many people resign, because what if the telling point will be how many people resign from his staff. Because if we see a whole lot jumping ship, that's because they're trying to get up out of there before they ruin their career forever and a day, forever and ever. So, because already Melania's press secretary or whatever, she resigned right away. She was like, I'm out of here. Okay. And so we're going to see a lot of them resigning. So that will be a telling point when you see how many people resign. Yeah. Yeah. Melania's press secretary. Yep. Right. Do I talk? I talk about whatever we want to. So I'm mainly a beauty channel, Falcons. But hi, Ruth. But but they will. So I talk about everything. It all depends on what's going on. But here's the thing. That's what's so interesting right there, is because I was just saying, so I had read, let me tell you something. I was reading up on this before all this happened. And one of the things they said was part of the reason why the Republican Party has been very tiptoeing around him is because of his hold on these people and voting. And so a lot of them have been doing this to get him to push for their, especially if they're in, candidacies where there might be, where they need some help, right? One of the places that they were talking about was Georgia because of the runoff. So they were saying that they really needed, him to help get out that vote. You know what I'm saying? So the interesting thing is, this day is the day that the first Black senator from Georgia was elected, was last night. And then you have the riots from this madman today. So you know what he's going to go down in? And, I know he thinks he's like, but what he's going to go down in, and let's just be honest, he is going to be in the history books as the worst president ever. I mean, in our times. Now, maybe somehow after we're gone, maybe and America still stays the same, there might be somebody worse than Trump. Please don't let that happen. But right. So yeah, he just lost his damn mind. But instead of going down in things, he will be seen as the worst president ever. Right? Right. And sadly, it should unite us more, but it won't, because guess what? Those people are still going to have these beliefs. They're still going to have these beliefs. They're still going to be feeling like, that they've been wronged and everything. Because I let me say this: I'm glad that they didn't arrest people today. And the reason why I say that is because then they would have gone for the martyr routine, and it would have been chaos. So I kind of like what they did. If you think about it, like if you step back and you think about it, by allowing them to do all those things that they did, they've created huge cases against these people. So all the ones that made it into the Capitol, see, because what would have happened today is if they had, and I know somebody died, got killed, Um, exactly. So, so what they have done is created the cases against themselves, right? And by not arresting them today, um, right? Oh, photos, videos, some of them talking to the press and everything, right? Yes, a lady was shot and killed. No, you know what? She has her own blood on her hands. And the reason why I say that is because she made that conscious choice to go there and do that. Nobody told her. Um, so yeah, so as opposed to just taking them today and having to deal, see now they can build these cases against these people, pick them up at their homes quietly, and start doing this. I promise you, this is going to be interesting. Yep. Well, yeah, I was surprised. Oh yeah, they got their full names on camera. They talking to the press, giving their full name, their age. I mean, they've been giving out all their information. They making it real easy. Not to say that it's not easy to catch you, because let's just be honest. Facebook can catch everybody. Facebook got facial recognition. If Facebook's facial recognition is as good as it is, you think the government's isn't? You know? Right. Um, I'm sure some were paid, but I think some, see, let me tell you something. I'm not even going to believe that some were really paid. There and those, listen, let's not try to minimize this. This is the people way they think. You know, by saying, oh, these people are paid and everything, don't ever believe that this isn't the true feelings of people. Um, No, they're gonna get arrested. Let me tell you something. On this one, Drea, they're gonna get arrested. Let me tell you why they're going to arrest them. They're not gonna arrest them today. Let me tell you how the Justice Department works. Watch how this is gonna go down. The Justice and the FBI is gonna come for them people, and they are gonna get arrested. But I'm telling you, it's gonna be quietly, and then we're gonna be hearing about it. Hi, Medetra, you're new. Trust me, they're not. They're going to get. Listen, if Chicago can arrest looters here, because they did the second round through, if Chicago can arrest looters, oh, they're going to get them. Right. Who got out? But see, those people who got off were not, he cannot pre-pardon anybody. No, he can't. He can't pre-pardon anybody, Melissa. He's too close to the end of his election. He's in his last 20 days. He can't do anything like that. That stops. Nope. Right. And there's the thing. He didn't even activate the mayor of DC is the one who activated the National Guard. Right. I know they weren't paid. These people, that was them. Right. And it's all federal charges because it's in DC and it was against the government. So it's all federal. Right. Yeah. Yeah. So they will. Yeah, he's got 14 more days. So he can't pre-pardon because you can't pre-pardon anybody who hasn't been. See, here's the thing, Melissa, think about it. He can't pre-pardon anybody who hasn't been charged. He can't do it. Even if he could, he can't because he doesn't have the names. There's nobody to charge. They're not going to charge him until afterwards. Trust me. They're not going to charge them until after he's out of office because they could shut his communication down then. Right? Think about this. They can shut his communication as soon as he's no longer the president, the sitting president. They can shut all of his communication down. He will no longer. So once they do that, then what can he do? You know. So if they don't arrest anybody, so after he's no longer the sitting president, and B, once they come, right, right. Well, they've shut it down temporarily, but I'm saying they're talking about right. They're talking about enacting the 25th Amendment to get him out right now. They're talking about trying to get him out right now. That's one. And they're trying to ban him from running for any federal office ever again, forever. Please, I'd rather have Pence. Right. Yeah. Because right. See, we will see how everybody handles this once he is out of office. Because what will happen is that somebody sent me something. What is that about? So yeah, listen. Nancy Pelosi is like, oh, y'all thought y'all was coming. We coming back in and we're going to ratify this president today. But what we need to watch is still all the ones who are objecting. And those are the ones that everybody needs to fight to get out of office when they come up for re-election. That's oh yeah, they need to get his kids too because they've been talking crazy. Hi, Courtney. Hi, pretty solid queen. You're new. They need to get everybody. They need to wrap them all up in a little bow and put them away. But and if they do that, because I mean they're kind of pushing. They're trying to get them out. This will be the wildest end of a presidency. That's number one. This is the wildest end to a presidency, and if they get him out, ooh, child, mm-mm, 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 mm-mm. And honestly, they need to, because anytime that wait a minute, let's just talk about this. Even GW came out and said this is crazy. When George W. Bush come out, yes, New York is after him. When George is like, this is crazy. Because GW, after he lost to Obama, he been chilling in Texas doing his own thing. We don't hear nothing from him. He banned his business, living his life, right? But when he come out and say, now this makes no sense. This is a banana republic. This ain't real. This isn't democracy, right? Listen. Right. George W. is chill. He's living his best life. And he's like, right. He's like, listen. He's like, right. That's all he does. And he was like, listen, let me just say something. Let me just say this. This is crazy. This is the most crazy thing ever. I mean, my mind is but once again, this is all about this white privilege that he has fostered in his 4 years. Not to say that white privilege didn't exist before then, of course it did, but the way he has the things that he has emboldened in people and made them think that they could get away with, this is taking them to, because the only reason they think they can get away with this is because of the whiteness. It's got the whiteness of their skin, and I'm just being real. Because of the whiteness of their skin, they think whatever they do is okay and justified because he said it was okay, and we're white people. Right. GW, he was just doing what he was told. But this one right here, let's just be honest, the Republican Party never wanted him. Baby, the arrogance is real. And hey, for my white people in here, no shade to y'all, but y'all know how y'all people's is. Just like we know how our people is. Let's just be honest about it. Right. And so but here's what's happening now, Dre, and that's true. But what they're gonna find out, and then let's just break down this. Let's just break this part down. The people who did this are going to find out one thing, that privilege only extended for so long, right? Because what they're going to find out is that you are not as privileged as you think you are. Let's just be honest. You are not as privileged as you think you are, because what he did was he went for the most base thoughts, and these people are the ones who will come out, and they're the ones there that will come out and feel like they're going to be okay. But see, let's just put this way. Let's just be honest. See, most of High Gloria, these are not the most educated, the most affluent, the most, so right. They're not those people. So what's going to happen is that when all is said and done, when he doesn't need your vote anymore, if they ban him from any elections anymore, then watch how quickly he turns. Because see, they think he's their great white hope. He is, he's going to, because they think he's their great white hope, and their protector and their Superman. And when this man is out of office and they shut him down, because they're gonna shut him down, because let's just be honest, the Republican Party didn't want him. They got stuck with him. And so then they tried to make the best of it with his crazy ass. And so now they can justifiably walk away from him. Girl, yeah, they taking selfies with the protesters. They sure did. Of course they did, Ruth, because now they got all y'all dumbasses on point. Yeah, you know what they're doing right now? They're taking those selfies, doing facial recognition. And so now they've got all of their pride. Well, let me say this, knowing from right, girl, yes, Londa, yes, and then they will be like, but here's what's gonna happen. We need to make sure we keep up with these people. Nope, none of those things. Right, there should have been, but I will say there should have been some rubber bullets and tear gas. They should just tear gas their asses, rubber bullets in their asses, and be done with it. Nope, none of the officers. Yeah, right, his own people. So what's going to happen is they're going to shut him down, and then they're going to shut all these people down. Because hell yeah, yes, listen, I know police officers. Yeah, they'll take selfies with you. They'll take pictures of you, because all they're going to do is run you through facial recognition, and then they're going to have all your information. Oh, Venice, I'm so sorry. Right, there was a little tear gas, and apparently somebody got shot, so they was doing real bullets. So it was some real bullets involved, right? Yeah, Venice, stay safe. Don't be out there with them crazy people. I mean, I thought Chicago was rough, but with the stuff that we had going on, but no. Mm-mm. And when right. So what I'm gonna say is see, in reference to those type of things, sometimes the police are told to yes, honey, yes, they've been calling them terrorists. They've been calling them, hi, Coco. Yes, honey, they terrorists. Yeah, the late yeah, it's just been a sad day. It's a sad day in America. When you see all the world looking like, and I was looking at, they had all the tweets from the world leaders talking about what's going on in America, how bad we look as a country. I mean, he has in one term has taken away all the goodwill we've ever had. Everything. He has been the worst president ever. And I hope if they invoke this 25th Amendment, y'all. Right. Right. That's hilarious, Melissa. The world is looking at us like with just shaking their hands. Exactly. And that's a federal offense. His inciting of a riot, that's a federal offense. And all those people, so like all the people they got in the Capitol and doing all those things, they think they've gotten over, they think that oh, wow. Right. Baby, it would be so wonderful if they just was like, you know what, you gotta go, man. You out of here. Let's just end this right now. Right. It would be nice if they did it and then we just woke up and they'd be like, you know what? Pence got this for because Pence came out and did you see like Ivanka called them patriots before she deleted the tweet? She called them patriots. Stop doing it, you patriots. I want all of them named Trump to be taken care of. Oh yeah, yeah, because you see, he mad at Pence. He's mad at Pence right now because Pence is like, no, this shit is crazy. No, ever when Pence and McConnell are distancing themselves, then shit getting tough. Shit getting tough out there in these streets. They like, and it's a lot of Republicans who are, if they're smart, they're going to start distancing themselves. Right, right, right. Pence is like, I ain't got nothing to do with this crazy motherfucker. Right. D'Angelo, that's a good question. That is a good question. But she called them. Right. Right. I mean, so I'm gonna say, so one of the things, so I am, what we're gonna see is like once Biden gets in office, trust me, it's going to be really interesting what happens to Trump and his family and all these people who did these things after this. But yeah, taking selfies, them police took selfies, they're gonna be arrested. All them stupid motherfuckers, all of them are going to be arrested, especially especially the ones that were in the cap. Wait a minute, and they just walking through the Capitol like they ain't videos. We can see them. There's all kind of videos of you. They're just gonna zoom in. Don't they watch TV? Ain't they watch CSI? Don't they watch Criminal Minds? It's gonna be, they all going to jail. Right? So watch, they just gonna be picking them up. They're gonna be home. See, and I want them to go home and think they did some shit. But you know what's interesting? Let's have you noticed how those people that were so into Trump, they so quiet on social media? I noticed that some people, they just, oh wow. I saw somebody who had the big old Trump sign behind them this whole time was being wild and quiet, and this is terrible. Oh, but no, you wanted this madness. Girl, thank you. Yeah. Right? Watch CSI. Hey, Onog. Onog, how are you? Haven't seen. Right. They gonna be doing their words with friends, no, because they know. They listen, let me tell you what. They were probably told, just get as many pictures, just get enough information. No, here's why they're not going to do that, because this is federal offense. So the feds are going to get them. See, the feds are going to get them, and the feds, and this is going to be real time. See, this ain't going to be funny time. This ain't going to be a slap on the wrist time. I promise you, you're going to be hearing people getting 20 to 30 years minimum for this shit. See what I'm saying? See? So yeah. And what he called himself doing, but think about it. This is exactly what he was doing. What was it? He was doing it in Wisconsin or Michigan. Was it Wisconsin, where he was trying to stop the vote counts in the you remember, even after the election, remember he had them going trying to stop the vote counts. So now he just did it on electoral college scale, because remember he was doing this, he had them going, he set this shit up, you know. Yeah, right, right. They're gonna be me long, they're gonna be in there long time, right? Yeah. Well, I can tell you this, Drea, real talk, from being and dealing with this kind of stuff here in Chicago, they're telling those police to stand down. I promise you, because there's so much heat that the police have been getting about police brutality and things like that. And I know it ain't against them, but the police have been told to stand down in these situations. Trust me, I know some police here in Chicago that told me this is happening. Right? Hey, JC. Right, right. See that? Listen, and I'm saying this from personal experience dealing with the feds. So okay. So listen, I have a Fed story. I can't tell it on here though. Okay, I can't tell it. Um, yeah, I can't. I'll tell it to my members. Um, right. Yeah, yeah. They're telling them to stand down. Right. Of course, they scream police brutality and everything. They will, and it doesn't matter. But what's gonna happen is, oh, you hear my hood heat coming on? Hey, at least it's coming on. Of course we okay, Lucinda. Of course we don't mind, but I'm telling you that's why. Right? Yeah, I have to tell that. Yeah, I have to tell that in the member section. I might get in trouble for that one. Right. Yeah, that's all they're doing. They're just collecting the evidence. So they're taking the pictures, they're letting them see, they're getting all the information they need. And there's going to be a lot of them going, and they're all going to be crying about, oh my God, how did this happen to me? Because you made a choice to do something this crazy. You made a choice to come to the Capitol and try to shut down the government. They went and no, they didn't try. They came to the capital of the United States and shut down the government. If that is not crazy. Oh, look, JC, like I'm about to be a member so I can hear this story. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. We talk about all kind of crazy stuff on my member side, but yeah, remind me to tell y'all this. So remind me to tell y'all that story. Hey, D. Hey, right? I don't know, Bella. I don't know. We're going to have to get you in. You don't have the option. It should be, Bella, look up, not on this one because I did this through here. Look up my last couple of videos and you'll see the link in the description box. Right? Right? Right, right. See, exactly. They're posting their crimes. They're posting it up. Yes, yes, and destruction to federal property. There's so many. Yes, yes. So hey, you're gonna learn about astrology too, JC. Hanging out with me because we're about to be all deep in astrology 2021. But just remind me Friday night to tell y'all this story. Somebody remind me the story. Right. Just remind me to tell the story, right? It's an interesting story, but yeah. So I have two stories about the feds. So let me tell you two stories I know about the feds. So I can tell y'all one here. The other one I got to tell privately. Okay. So I have a friend. Well, he's not a friend anymore, but at a time I had a friend who, Ray, who, his assistant embezzled money from his company, right? Right, right. Right, exactly. And the one who was in Nancy Pelosi's office with his feet kicked up on her desk. Now, let's just be honest. Nancy Pelosi, you came for her? You came for her? Now, you know, if nobody else gets, let's just be honest. If no one else gets arrested, Nancy gonna make sure his ass gets arrested. He wrote on her shit. I'm with her. Right, and took a piece of her mail, which is postal. Oh my God, that's a federal offense right there, taking somebody's mail. Oh, left her. You know, if nobody else gets arrested, his ass is getting arrested. Right. No, not and for them to be since they think they're such, freedom fighters in America, I need them to read the laws and the Constitution. Right. Baby, she coming. Right. He was going through her shit. He was in her vandalized offices. Do you know what they gonna do to these people? If they got in Auntie Maxine's one, though, I'm just telling you right now, I hope they didn't get in Auntie Maxine's, because Auntie Maxine gonna bring the hood. Right, he's never right. He's all over, and he all over. He never going. I hope he enjoyed what he did, because he's never going to see the light of day again. Well, it was an insurrection. It wasn't a civil war, but it was an insurrection, right? Hey Tracy, hey Leah. It was an insurrection, and baby, Auntie Maxine would be like, show me where they live. Auntie Maxine one of the types who gonna want to be there when they arrested, right? Now, Auntie Max, she gonna be right there when they get arrested. Like, because if it was me, see, if I was Nancy, if I was Auntie Nancy, let me tell you what I'd do. I'd be like, and when y'all go to arrest him, I will be there, because I'd be there looking at him as they arrested him, like this, and then smile. Okay. So, see, here's what they're saying, but here's what they're going to find out. Okay, so let's just talk about this for a second. The United States is the biggest arms dealer in the world. So remember this, the United States is the biggest arms dealer in the world. So if let me just be real with y'all, if they do go that far, do you not think they're gonna pull out everything that they have to listen? If y'all don't know what you're talking about, if y'all don't know, look up mood. Look up mood in Philadelphia. They firebombed a whole. This is back when in the late 70s, early 80s, when they firebombed that whole block of people. You think they won't firebomb these folks? So all these things have been sitting around, but once he is out of office, a lot of things are going to get shut down. You can trust on that. A lot of things that they haven't been bothering. Hey, my lovely. Hey, my lovely. Hey, my lovely. How's your hair? So you think that they won't come for them? Honey, Waco, they hit them in Waco. Trust me. Right. It was a whole block. You think, listen, they took out Waco. They've taken out quite a few people over the years. So you think they won't? Oh, yes, they will. So, I know you had to. Because this has been crazy. Mm-hmm. I mean, this has been crazy. And so and that's why it's so interesting what's happening. So I'm glad they let them all take their pictures. I'm glad they did all the things they did, because all they did was add charge after charge after charge, because they're not going to be getting hit with one charge. They're going to be getting hit with multiple charges. They're never going to get out of prison. They might as well know, I'm going to be a trustee at the prison. I'm going to be a trustee at the prison, you know. Right, right. Right, right, and that's exactly why. So they want us to forget about it, things like that. And so that's why we have to look at what happened today. And the beautiful thing is, we live in a time where things are documented so well, you know. But things are documented in ways that they can't take it away, you know. Hi, Heather. You know, so they can't take those things away. We see them. The world has seen them. There's no taking it back. The one thing about the internet, once it's out there, you cannot take it back. It'll never go away. Just like Ivanka calling them patriots, that shit is out there now. She deleted it, but it was screenshotted and everything else. No, they're going. No, they're going to. I promise you. Hi, I promise you, they will be. Trust me, they're going to be. They're going to be charged them. They're going to charge them. Oh, they are. Think about Timothy McVeigh and them. They got charged for domestic terrorism. You think they're not going to charge them for domestic terrorism against the Capitol? You think they won't? Oh, they will. See, the things that we hear right now are in the moment. That ain't got nothing to do with them charges that's going to hit them. But remember, everything they did counts. There's more counts than one for all the things they did. Everybody who stormed the Capitol are going to have multiple counts. They're not going to have that one. So see, that's why they're not going to do it today, because today it would they got to process all this stuff. They got to get the paperwork together. They got to get it all together. They're gonna have to, make sure they got all of this stuff in order. Let me tell you something. When the feds come for your ass, they come for you, and and it's very rare that you walk away from anything they say. Right, right, right. And that's the truth. That's the truth of it. When the feds come for you, I'm telling y'all, I got a story about that shit. They come for you, and they got they do everything, you know. Um, exactly. And Timothy McVeigh and them did not. But you have to remember what we're sitting at right now, and that doesn't mean things like that. So when it comes down to federal charges, they're gonna make sure everything's going to stick. Listen, my friend, he was embezzled. He had a personal assistant who wound up embezzling about $300,000 from, oh no, close to $500,000 from his company. The things that she did, she was banking fraud and everything, and it took 3 months before they actually. What just happened? Oh, right, right, right. Exactly. See, exactly. So you came in late. Trump can't pardon them. Trump can't pardon anybody, because in order to pardon somebody, they have to be charged. So if they're not charged, he can't pardon them. He can't do a blanket pardon. But because see what they call it, he's the lame duck. This is the lame duck part of the presidency. It's I think it's 21 days, or at the last 20 or 30 days that he can't do anything. He can't do anything at that right. See, thank y'all. Thank y'all. See, am I here? Am I on here? Let me check. Let me check. Because I can't see myself. Let me. Am I frozen? Where's my channel? Okay, I'm good now. Okay. Okay, I'm moving. Okay. Right. Okay, good. Because I'm like, am I frozen? Okay. Let me do something. I'm gonna have to show you for a second. Then I'm gonna get rid of that. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, cool. Now that I see that I'm lagging. Okay. So what's going on is so I'm back. Okay. Yeah. Um well, here's what's gonna happen. Have all of them resigned? Let's go check it. Let's go check. Go see. Let's go see what CNN is saying. CNN.com. Let's see what's. See you, Coco. Hi, Marvelous Marva. You knew. Yes. Night, Coco. So Arizona failed. Let's see. Okay, so listen. Okay, so here's what we got so far. Right, right. Okay, so I'm looking at CNN right now. They're saying, "Girl, I know we do. We look terrible. We look terrible." Senate rejects attempts to throw out the state's votes for Biden, and that the House will probably are not going to fight it either. Oh, these people are so insane. They are so insane, y'all. So
today and for the country. What did you think of it?
Well, it's one of the saddest days I can think of in our history to see this kind of performance in the States. And his respect to the election fraud before it's earlier today called an effort at a congressional
I'm
coup,
slow lagging glitchy.
Is really a low point.
Okay, so let me see if I can do something. Okay, so I'm gonna have to take it off for a second. Okay, so let me see if I hit Xfinity, what I can do. Let me see what I can do. Let me see, because if my so I'm clearing that out. I'm trying to see, can I get into another? Okay, so this thing is do anything. Oh, see why. I see why. So let me tell y'all that it's an update. My Chromebook is trying to update. Yeah. So let me just tell y'all. Okay, I'm gonna go live with y'all. Update. Yeah. So let me just tell y'all. Okay, I'm gonna go live with y'all. Okay, so here I am. Okay, I'm back. Yeah, it looks like my thing was trying to update. So I think I'm gonna have to get off because it's like updating. So we'll see if it's like super glitchy, which it looks. Well, I'm looking at myself. Okay, so we might have to shut it mainly because it's just acting super glitchy right now, and I don't know what that's about. But I think it's because everything's trying to update at the same time, and I won't let it update. So anyway, thank you all for hanging out as always. It is on 1:00 at night, and I need to microneedle my face. Let me go and get to my business. All right, so you all have a great night. Hopefully it'll be all yeah, it's trying to update right now because I keep seeing it's asking me to update. Yeah, so I think that's what it is. Oh, I see. See, I think it might have done it. But yeah, so I need some micro tonight too. I always be looking at my skin though. Am I putting like extra puncture holes in my face that aren't healing? I worry about those things. All right. Good night. Good night. Let's go on and shut it down. Let's go to sleep on this whole thing. Yeah, it is good now. I can tell. So, um, so thank you all for hanging out. We just gonna be watching this stuff. Now I'm gonna tell y'all if they do kick him out before the 20 days, before the 20th, we might have to have a party on. Now, can we just say that if they impeach him and kick it, if they invoke the 25th Amendment on him, we gonna get together and have shots. We gonna sit on here and drink. Well, I got some. I can't be much, but I got vodka, so we'll drink a little vodka. We gonna have to have a drink on it. Wouldn't that be nice if we woke up though and they did? Wouldn't that be nice? Hey, Sarah, wouldn't it be nice? It would be so nice if they did the right thing. It would be just so good. I mean, it would, if they did that, it would make me start having belief that we might be all right. Right. They really, right. Let's just make it a holiday and call it a day, right? So, that would just show us that they have lost their mind, and let this man just hold this country hostage like he has. He's been holding this country hostage for so long. Maybe if they do that, that shows that we ain't all spineless, weak fuckers. That we found our spines, they're still back there. We found our balls, and we are about to. We're not gonna let him hold us hostage anymore. That would be so awesome. But we shall see. All right, y'all. Good night. Good night.